Hi there, Batman fans. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to take a look at the DC Multiverse Azrael figure by McFarland Toys. This is pretty much, in my opinion, the most articulated and most detailed figure of the Angel of Death himself from DC Comics. Um, this is the version of Azrael from the recent Curse of the White Knight storyline, written by Sean Gordon Murphy. And in my opinion, you need to read that story, guys. It is the sequel to The White Knight, which was, I think, a couple years ago. So I recommend picking up that book first before reading this. So, yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at the packaging really quick. Same simple styling of the box here. DC Multiverse right here. Azrael, Batman, Curse of the White Knight, and some remarkable art from the first issue of Curse of the White Knight, which was an homage to a very iconic comic cover of Azrael back in the 90s. There's also a display of the rest of the line right now. Recently, they made Arkhamverse Batman and Joker, and the only one I have at the moment besides this is Golden Armor Wonder Woman. All right, without further ado, let's get Azrael out of here and see how cool he really is. Alrighty, we have Azrael right out of the box, and he just looks phenomenal. But before we continue, I just want to let you all know where I got this figure. I was having a lot of trouble finding it in stores, but that's when I hit up Big Bad Toy Store, and I pre-ordered it from there. So, right here, Big Bad Toy Store. They have a lot of cool stuff, as you know, as a lot of reviewers have gotten stuff from them. So I will provide the link to their website as well as the link to get Azrael if you are interested in this figure down in the description below. So with that said, let's move on to the accessories before going to the figure. As standard of the McFarland DC Multiverse line, you do get a trading card. So it's the same artwork from the first issue of Curse of the White Knight and the back of the box. And here we have a bio. If you want to read that, go ahead and pause the video. We do get a basic small circular stand with DC in there. And last but not least, the Sword of Saint Dumas. Saint Dumas, Saint Dumas, I've heard it different ways. In the Arkham games, Michael Lane Azrael said Saint Dumas. In I forgot how it was said in Gotham, the show Gotham, but I think they said Saint Dumas. So here is the sword that the Joker, or Jack Napier, gives to Jean Paul Valley. Let's see if we could focus this real quick here. Focus on the sword. No, that made it worse. And that made things dark. What's going on? There we go. Alrighty. So here's the Sword of Saint Dumas. So just to focus on the hilt and the cross guard, there is the Lord himself on a crucifix there, sculpted in just how it is shown on in the comic. So very nicely detailed. We do have the flaming accessory. So you basically feed it through here, and there's grooves to hold the sword in, like so. Very nice. I'm digging the transparent orange plastic here. And the cool thing about this, so as you see in the art, the flames are going up, right? However, in issue 1, towards the end, when Joker presents the sword to Azrael for the first time, it's on I think the sword was inside a pedestal that was supposed to be for holy water or something. And, or oil. It must have been oil, but the sword is facing downwards like this, and then the flames are going up this way. So it's cool that the hooks holding the sword in can pretty much replicate that. So that's really cool. So let's taking the flames off the sword and putting it to the side. Let's move on to the figure. Oh my goodness. For those of you that know me, my friends that know me, you know that I'm really holding in my excitement right now because this Azrael is my #1 favorite Batman character in the Batman mythos. um, he was my Batman when I first read comics. Um, I looked into Nightfall. Bane is my favorite Batman villain, and I was like, oh, this guy looks really cool. And then, of course, in that story, he gets the upgraded bat suit, and McFarland is also making the bat suit version from Curse of the White Knight, so I'm really excited for that as well. Once that the pre-order does go up, I'm gonna jump on that figure right away. But moving on to the articulation, the head can go up. It's just one piece. There's no it's not a separate joint here for the neck. So the entire hood and the neck here moves with the head as well. So you can look up this far, look this far down. The hood itself is a rubbery piece, so it kind of hinders the side-to-side movement. And it's also because of the design of the shoulder guard here and the pauldron up here. The arms, well, I'll just do one side only because it's pretty much the same. Can pretty much go this far back, this far forward. I guess it can go 360, just a little hindered just because of how bulky his shoulders are. They can go out this much. They can rotate. There is a bicep swivel, but because I just got this out of the box, it is a bit stiff. Oh, never mind, I take that back. Single jointed elbows, mostly because of the design of the arms itself. The wrists are on a ball joint and they can hinge back and forth. The torso has some pretty good motion, so you can rock side to side, rotate, crunch that far down, this much up. The midsection is also on a ball joint as well, and also has some wrist articulation. I'm telling you, this figure, and not having any bias on it, but McFarlane did a really good job of adding everything Azrael has on his main costume here. Even the rosary beads, he's got his dagger. I wish this was a separate accessory, but it's fine. Everything here, every single cross motif is there. It's amazing. Alrighty, so the legs, there is some moving the little flap aside. Not much. Oh wait, there we go. We've got some thigh swivel. Really wish that it was more of a cut here, but oh well, what you gonna do? I'm not a toy engineer. The legs can go out this far. Out. They can go out to the side like this much, and not much back. Got double jointed knees. Oh, that's a really stiff joint. There we go. So, always a plus. The feet are on a ball joint, so they can rotate and hinge. And we got some toe hinge. Not much ankle rocker. So, and oh, the cape. I really do dig how the cape is the same rubberized material. Well, this one is more of like it's a bit stiffer. They did something to it. Oh, actually no. The rubber part is the top part, and then there is a, come on, focus now. Put some light on this side. There is, let's use the sword for a pointer. There is a harder plastic to support the cape so that it can stand up. That is awesome. Alrighty, so height comparisons, or only one comparison because this is my second McFarland DC Multiverse figure. So moving Azrael aside really quick. Trying to make him stand as straight up as possible. So there's that. Come on. Come on, Jean Paul. You can do it. Did you miss leg day? Stand up straight. Alright, and bringing in my golden armor Wonder Woman from the 1984 movie coming out. Diana stands a little bit taller than Jean Paul Valley, but that's fine. And also the fact that she is wearing heels. Or, no. Oh, she's wearing boots, but it must have a heel in there. But, yeah, this is a pretty good height comparison. As for the Batman figure, I may not get him. I may or might not, because I thinking of going to get the Arkham Asylum version of Batman. Moving one room aside. And let's deck Azrael out with the Sword of Saint Dumas. And he could hold it in both hands, I think. Could he? I hope he could. No. His arms are way too... His biceps are way too big in order for him to hold the sword in both hands. So let's just put it in one. Oh man. Oh, there we go. Alrighty. So there's the sword. It's a little bit loose in his hands, but it's fine. Oh! I did not notice this. The fingertips are somewhat clawed. I did not notice that in the artwork while reading Curse of the White Knight. That's interesting. Is the other side too? Yes, they are. He's got some clawed hands. Very interesting. So let's see. The thing that's tough about this is that whenever I move the hand, the wrist joint follows. So let's see if we could tilt the sword down like that. Like so. Looking like he's challenging Batman. There we go, there's that. And also with the flame effect. That looks awesome. Very, very cool. This will look great with my Azrael collection. Yes, I do have a Azrael collection somewhat. It's not much, but I think I'll review those actually, since I'm a little bit on the minimal side of getting anything new in the mail for a while. But with that said, this has been my review of the DC Multiverse Azrael figure from McFarland Toys from Batman Curse of the White Knight. Again, this figure, until his Batsuit version comes out, is by far the most detailed figure of Azrael out there to date. So I highly recommend this figure. I will provide, as I said before, I will provide links to both Big Bag Toy Store and the link for Azrael's figure on from that website down below in the description. So with that said, thank you everyone for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to hit that notification bell so that you will get notified when I do upload new videos. And also, my 9th episode of my podcast, Off the Runner, has been uploaded last night, so check that out as well. There is a playlist if you want to go through and listen to all of it. Alright everybody, this has been MVious Cosplay. See you all at the next review.